monetization is definitely the goal for anybody doing any form of art, right? But then the thing is like, across all the things that I've done, right, DJing, music production, content creation on short form, podcast and everything, right, I realized that the podcast is the most rewarding, right? Because without reaching out, right, we have all our sponsors here. And that's like the biggest proof already that we are going in the right direction. But then the thing is, obviously, we want to be answerable to the sponsors also, ma. So we need to also find ways to like gain more eyeballs for this podcast. Yeah. So that the sponsors can get their return of investment lah. So I'll say of all the things that I've done, this podcast has been the most rewarding and giving me the most returns lah. And also like for everybody that I got on a podcast, right, it's not just like we are learning the skills that they have accumulated across the age, right? But after the podcast, right, we always hang out and talk and chill and get to know each other as people. And that is like, wow, that is like unquantifiable gains, I feel, that you cannot get from producing music, you cannot get from DJing. You DJ is like, you DJ finish out already. That you don't, people just forget about night already. That's the end, Yeah.
So when you talk about like quantifiable gains, who is your favorite guest so far? That you have so many guests, right? 100 over of them. Probably about 200 lah, if you consider some episodes being like multiple guests.
Multiple but I would say the type of guest lah.
Who is your favorite guest?
I like people that are like open-minded and shameless. People that speak their mind.
Who?
Very good example, Andrew Ng. I love him. I talk to him off podcast
Andrew
like
Ng,
every day.
he loves you.
Every day, okay? And then on podcast, we just like maximum unruly behavior on camera. And then I love Benjamin King, crazy individual. And it's always a good time hanging out with Ben lah. And then, who else? I like Tyler from fucking Tanglin Gin. Longest podcast on this channel, 3.5 hours, bloody hell. And then we have like interns making cocktail off camera, insane. Yeah. So just to name a few lah, but there are quite a lot lah, where the synergy is just good, and then they are like very passionate to share what they know and contribute their insights lah. So these are like the best podcasts that I have lah. And even though it's every week, I have to set up and tear down the thing, set it up and tear down the thing. Everything here is all not here one. I need to fucking pull the sofa here, all right. But when the conversation turns out good, right, I don't need to have like 1 million views, right? That's enough already. And then whatever views comes, then comes, Lord. It's not something I can control. Whatever on set, we try to optimize as best as we can. But whether the views come in or not, that one is like not so important that it will make me cry at night lah,